Hey everyone, I'm JD with the Slumber Yard, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Cocoon Chill mattresses, more specifically, the all-foam and hybrid versions of the bed. So if you didn't know, Cocoon is a brand that's owned by Sealy, and Sealy is one of the largest bedding manufacturers in the whole world, and the Cocoon Chill is basically their affordable cooling option. So if you're a bit of a hot sleeper that's on more of a budget, this could be a great bed worth looking into. But in this video, I'm basically going to go over these mattresses and talk about the types of policies that they're backed by. We're going to cover their constructions, what exactly they're made up of. Then we're going to talk about how they feel, how firm they are, of course, how much they cost. And at the end, I'll even sum things up with a final verdict on who we ultimately see these beds being best for. Now, I think if you're open-minded, this video should be all you need, but in case it's not, we're going to link a bunch more stuff about the Cocoon Chill beds down below in the description, full written reviews, other comparisons with them, buyer guides, the list goes on. And if you find this video helpful towards your online mattress search, we'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like on this video and considered subscribing to the channel for more. But without further ado, let's get right to it.
At the Slumber Yard, you know we work real hard to find the right bed for you and save you money on it.
Alrighty, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of this review, I do want to address the types of policies that you are going to be receiving with these Cocoon Chill beds if you decide to order them online. For the record, we did receive these beds for free to review, but if you order them online, you should be getting free shipping to start. So the beds will likely arrive at your door, roll packed and stuffed inside of a big box that's around like 4 feet tall. And the unboxing process is really easy to do, and it's actually kind of fun if you have a friend to help you out. Once the beds are in your possession, you also get a sleep trial of 100 full nights to basically test the mattresses out and see if they're going to be right for you. And if they're not for whatever reason within that time frame, you also get completely free returns in which you just call the company up and work with them to set up a mattress removal. But if the opposite occurs and you do decide that these Cocoon Chill beds are going to be right for you, that's awesome because they're both backed by 10-year warranties. And we'll try to link more information about these policies down below in the description if you're interested in learning more about those things. Now, I say beds because Cocoon Chill is offered as either an all foam or a hybrid version. And this means that they're pretty much going to have the same construction with a major difference as far as their support layer goes. So on the all foam, you'll naturally have dense polyfoam for that primary support layer. And with the hybrid, you're getting pocketed coils, which makes this option more viable for all body types, including heavier folks. We commonly recommend that heavier people look into getting hybrid beds as opposed to all foam ones, just because they usually provide more long-term support for bigger body types. Now above either support layer, you've got a more responsive transition layer of foam, and this is meant to act as a buffer between that support base and their top layers of memory foam. So when you push down into that top layer, it's going to be pretty slow to respond when you release pressure, but it responds much faster than a more traditional style of memory foam, like a Tempur-Pedic for instance. Wrapping everything up is a cooling cover that actually features a phase change material. It is noticeably cool to the touch, and it may be something to consider for people who sleep on the warmer side. But now that you're aware of this construction, what does it all add up to give the Cocoon Chill beds in terms of feel? Well, we describe these mattresses to have more of a responsive memory foam feel. So you will probably get some of that body conforming quality and a bit of that sink-in sensation without any of that stuck feeling when you go to switch between different sleeping positions. So even if you're not the biggest fan of memory foam, we see lots of people ultimately being fine with this type of responsive memory foam feel. It's pretty accommodating and it's not too overwhelming at all. Now, in terms of firmness, this feel does give it a little bit of a firmer profile. We perceive them to be right in between a medium and a medium firm on our scale. So all sleeper types should be able to get by on these beds just fine, but back and stomach sleepers who usually prefer firmer profiles will likely be getting the most out of them. These beds probably wouldn't be at the top of my list of recommendations for side and combination sleepers, unless you're, of course, a side sleeper who prefers a firmer bed. Personally, I actually slept on the classic version of the Cocoon bed that no longer exists, and it was around the same type of firmness, and I found that when I was on my side, I didn't get as much pressure relief from the mattress as I would have liked. So just know that if you're a side sleeper who prefers a softer bed, this might not be the one for you. When it comes to the Cocoon Chill beds, how are they going to fare in terms of sharing the mattress with a partner? Well, if that's the case, you want to be aware of 3 major things, those being edge support, motion isolation, and temperature regulation. In terms of edge support, which basically means how sturdy the perimeter edges of the bed are under pressure, it's pretty dang good. It's probably going to be better on the hybrid version due to the coils keeping you along the edges more, but either way you go, we don't really see anyone falling off these beds anytime soon. In regards to motion isolation, which is basically how well the bed absorbs cross mattress movement, it's also pretty good with Cocoon Chill. Memory foam beds usually do the best job at deadening motion, so these will probably do pretty well for you in this regard as well. So if your partner does like to get up in the middle of the night often, you shouldn't feel a lot of that motion transferring through the bed and jostling you awake. Now, in regards to temperature regulation, I did mention that this is somewhat of a cooling option, and we would say that this mattress sleeps cooler than a lot of others within the online space, and that's mainly due in part to that special phase change cover, but this may differ on a case-by-case basis. So if anything, we see the bed sleeping temperature neutral for you at the end of the day, but it may help to cool down hot sleepers at night. But now it's time for that big ticket item pricing. How much are you going to be shelling out for these Cocoon Chill beds? Well, this pricing does change all the time, practically year round, and this is as of when I'm recording this video. But for a queen size, you can usually pick up an all foam Cocoon Chill for right above the $1,200 margin. After discount though, which we probably should have for you down below in the description box, you can expect to pay closer to the $800 range for one. The hybrid version is a little bit more spendy, but probably worth it if you are a heavier individual. It's around $1,700 for that queen size MSRP. After discount though, you can expect to pay closer to the $1,100 range. Along with those discounts, Cocoon as a brand also currently offers pretty good gift bundles with their mattress purchases. So if you're looking for a whole new sleep setup in addition to your new bed for no extra cost, Cocoon is definitely worth looking into. Again, check down below in the description to see whatever's current in terms of helping you save on a brand new Cocoon Chill bed, but that's pretty much going to sum it up for this review. Ultimately, we really like the Cocoon Chill. We see them as pretty viable options for hot sleepers that are on more of a budget, but the question remains, who should really go with these beds and why? Well, we'd say look into them if you want either an all foam or hybrid mattress with more of a responsive memory foam feel that's in between a medium and a medium firm on our scale at least. And you also want something to help actively cool you down at night for a pretty reasonable price point. But hey, that's just my take on it. What's yours? What do you think of the Cocoon Chill beds? Do you like them, love them, or hate them? Write us down below in those comments. We would love to hear from you as per usual. Again, a ton more helpful resources and related content about these mattresses can be found down below in the description box, including those discount codes that I mentioned. And you can always feel free to head on over to our website, myslumberyard.com, for so much more. But that, again, is pretty much going to do it for this one. Hopefully you guys learned something and I earned your thumbs up. And like always, sleep right, sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.